Hey, you guys, it's your girl Dominique, and y'all know I'm just here today to give positive words, okay? So, today's positive words is you ain't for everybody. You ain't for everybody. Now, I can honestly say this one really came with life in general, a lot of wins, a lot of losses, and just wisdom in general with just kind of going through life and learning from my own personal mistakes, to be honest with y'all. But I always felt, and I don't know if you guys that's looking at this video on the other side, but I always felt like it was me. It was me. Something was wrong with me. From my presentation on how I would present myself walking into a room, I always thought that, dang, did I show up and have too much energy? The way I introduced myself, starting with a new organization, like being so bubbly, so polite, yes ma'am, no ma'am, always being that individual that's saying, I'll bring a gift, or let's do something engaging, let's do something that can keep us motivated to come to work, or let's do something that can keep us connected, not the type to like want to have best friends at work, right? But the type that just kind of wanted to bring positivity, sharing my testimony with not telling it to everyone, but just being the light, right? Being the energy. And I don't know, throughout my life I noticed that some relationships, even if it was with a friendship, even if it was a personal relationship where I dated someone, or even if it was like a job opportunity and that was our relationship, I found that it was gone, like it was taken away from me. The season didn't last that long, and I found myself privately asking the Lord, what's wrong with me? Why did you make me this way? Why am I so bubbly? Why do I have so much energy? Why am I so me? Like just basically asking him or questioning him about how he created me, right? And when I finally started getting closer and closer with the Lord and spending my intimate time with him, doing my devotion, praying more, not really worried about others, right? Just kind of focus on finding myself, I heard a voice, and it was so just straight to the point, like how I knew it came from the Holy Spirit. It simply just said, Dominique, you ain't for everybody. So I don't know who this word is for today that feels like it's them, feels like they're bringing too much energy, feels like they're always the problem, the way that they speak, the way that they carry themselves, I don't know, your outside appearance, the extra activities you want to bring, and how you greet somebody. I know with working remotely, it's hard to kind of get to know people, because it's just like, oh my God, was that a good impression or a bad impression? But with me, it's always like good morning and some type of bubbly emoji, because I'm like, this is the only way I can express myself. I'm using that as an example just to connect with you guys. But whoever this word is for, know that these relationships are ending because everybody ain't for you. You ain't for everybody. Like, people are not going to accept you. And that was a hard pill for me to swallow when I just felt like it was always me all the time. I'm like, God, why don't people act the way I act? Why I have to always be the person that reaches out first? Why I'm the person that loves more and care more? Like, why people always judge you when I'm a human being? I make mistakes just like anybody else make mistakes, but why it always feels like something I'm doing is wrong, like I'm not accepted? I worded something wrong. It was always me, me, me. And I'm telling you, you ain't for everybody. Like, you have been set apart for a reason. And the reason why those group of people, whether if it was some girls you used to kick it with, or if this video is for a man and maybe you notice yourself not hanging around with the same guys, or if you notice that you lost your job and you was upset about losing your job and you don't understand why it happened. God had to remove you out of that circle, out of that situation, out of that organization, because they was not for you. You were pouring yourself into a place that didn't want to accept you, didn't want to love you back, didn't want to promote you, just didn't want to accept you altogether. So this new group of people, this new organization, this new crowd, whatever have you, that he's preparing you for, these are gonna be your people. These are gonna be people that love you, whether if you up or if you down, if you're struggling, if you got a lot of money in your pocket, if you don't have a lot of money in your pocket. People that when you walk up into a room and you're just simply being yourself, whether if you have a bubbly personality just like me, or whether if you're quiet, you're gonna be accepted. Know when people leave, it's not always you. Stop pointing the finger at yourself. You ain't for everybody. You ain't for everybody. Get that into your head. You not for everybody. And let me tell you something. It's a good thing to not be for everybody. It's a good thing to be set apart. Why you want to walk around and be accepted by every single person in the world? Cat Williams said something so amazing. If you ain't got no haters, and I'm probably not wording it exactly the way he worded it, but if you ain't got no haters, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. So know when people always throwing their nose up at you or say, oh, here come that coworker, you know, or here she go thinking she all that, or here she go did it, or here he go with this new car and all this. Know that you are not for everybody, and it's okay to not be for everybody. So anyway, guys, those are the words that I have for you today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.